This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Worldwide Financial Planning, Truro and Penwith College, and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com. Councillors have approved the infilling of low-lying land at a former quarry at Pellistry. Removed soil, rock and ram from the new school build site will be dumped in the area, opposite the riding centre. Consultants working for Kia, the school build company, proposed an anti-clockwise traffic flow for the convoy of vehicles, but Council Chief Planning Officer Craig Dryden said there was a need to change the traffic flow.
And there will be considerable vehicular movements arising from this application. But you'll see the haulage traffic follows a one-way system in an anti-clockwise direction, when in actual fact it would be preferable to actually reverse that one-way system so that it's more of a clockwise route, and that obviously conforms to traffic such as the community bus. And so the last thing we want is a conflict with something like the community bus. I mean, you are talking about significant vehicular movements here. So I would suggest that that condition is slightly revised, and I go back and discuss and negotiate with the applicants.
One of the unusual conditions placed on the abandoned agricultural land is the need to be sensitive towards bees. Craig says the AOMB say their habitat has to be protected.
I also recommend that there should be an additional condition, and that's to protect the bees on site for any grant of planning permission. And in fact, it's quite interesting, we've had all sorts of various discussions about the bees on the islands for those that attend the AOMB Joint Advisory Committee.
Councillor Chris Thomas had an environmental concern. He's worried that, particularly in wet spells, vehicles could bring excess mud onto the roads. Craig Dryden said he'd be asking for plans to try and deal with this.
I hope the contractors will be clearing this up as they go, because if that gets wet, it will be dangerous conditions for other road users.
Thank you.
Chairman, that's a really good point. If you look at condition 2, in actual fact, we are looking for a construction method statement, and part of that will be wheel washing facilities, so that the haulage vehicles should actually, their wheels should be washed, and that causes a problem. But also measures to control the emission of dust and dirt, because if it is being deposited when it's dry, there will be dust, and obviously conversely, if it's wet, there's going to be an awful lot of potential dirt. So we are asking for a construction method statement as part of any grant of permission.
It was suggested in the meeting that the rare commodity of topsoil, excavated from the new school build site, could be sold or given to the community. Councillor Amanda Martin felt that would be a good thing to get the community on side.
And it might mitigate the negative impact on St Mary's if people were allowed, say, for a day to come and purchase some soil first and take it away. That might actually do some public relations on an island where topsoil is in short supply.
But Councillor Christine Saville said it would probably move on its own when people knew of its availability.
We might find that some of it does disappear gradually once word is out that it's available.